Hey guys, it's Di from BeingMommywithStyle, and today I'm going to share the reorganization of my pantry to be able to fit more food in there. And we are back vlogging. Wow, things have changed a little bit since we got back from our Disney trip. Those vlogs just stopped running. I'll put a link to the playlist down below. But our priorities have shifted and we are at home now for the next 2 to 3 weeks. So I'll be doing vlogs about that, but today I wanted to walk you through our pantry and kind of show you some of the things that I've gotten that I'm going to try to fit more food in our pantry, just given light of the recent situation. So we're fortunate to kind of have a pretty big size walk-in pantry here over in this side of the kitchen. You can see I still have a couple of things sitting out. I'm gonna work on getting all of this stuff put in the pantry. I did have quite a bit of canned goods put back. We just generally keep that on hand anyways. But when we got back from Disney, I could kind of get a sense that things were not really normal. So I started just on every grocery order getting a little bit of extra things just to have on hand. And so then the net effect of that is I wasn't using the space down here in the bottom of the pantry very effectively anyways. But I have a number of different items that I need to make space for in the pantry, so I thought this was a great time to clean out the pantry, reorganize it, and make the most utilization of the space. So you can see up here, I have all the different lunch boxes, our snow cone maker, some trick-or-treating things, a popcorn machine. Keep all the kids' medicines and everything up here high along with the batteries so they can't reach them. There is a candy bin that's like easily accessible there and some things that can get combined. Down here I try to keep like baking supplies, and I also keep all of our like pancakes and things like that here. This is our canned good area, and what I'm going to be doing is I got these, so I have done a little bit already, and then we're going to be finishing it off today. But I got these can holders. We really like Progresso soups, and we actually just eat those for dinner sometimes anyways. We use 2 cans for feeding our family of 4. So I got these 2 can holders off of Amazon to hold Progresso soups, and then I already had this kind of stair-stepped can holder here in the pantry. And then to organize all of those oils, I got this turntable that's a bamboo one like I have in some of my cabinets. I got this off of Amazon and it's 14 inches. I'm going to slide that there in the back, and then I can easily turn it and get all of these different oils and vinegars and things like that that I use in cooking. And then I did also used to have all of our Ziploc bags and everything sitting over here to one side. But you can see I got these rolling organizers. I ordered these from Amazon, and they are 27 inches tall, and they actually work perfectly to fit right underneath of this kind of lowest level. So what I'm going to do today is take everything out of the bottom, and I'm going to clean the floor first, and then I'm going to reorganize the different shelves, put in that turntable, so that way I can fit more canned goods over here, have all my oils over there, kind of move some of this plasticware around. You can see I have a section where all the dog treats are, and I have extra dog food down there. So I just want to kind of reorganize all this and utilize the space the best possible. So that's the plan, and we're just going to try to fit more food in here. I already have fit a lot more canned goods, because I typically maybe held on to like 6 of these Progresso soups. Obviously, I have quite a few more. These can holders, you can see, hold quite a few soups, kind of stacked up. And then you can even maybe put one more on top. So as time goes on, I may even get one more of those if the turntable will still fit back there. But let's go ahead and organize these things. And then the other thing that I'm probably going to do, this is going to be like phase 2, is I'm going to order some cereal box holders that you can put the cereal into, and then I can stack those up down there. We like to keep the cereal lower so the kids can reach it, but unfortunately this higher shelf when they put it in was actually the one that's like cereal box size to stand it up. So I'm going to try to find some cereal holders that will fit here, hopefully up and down, and then I can just make this side the cereal and kind of oatmeal area, and that way it's still accessible by the kids. So first things first, I've got to pull everything out of the bottom. These are really handy because they roll, so whenever I clear out some space in front of them, they can just kind of scoot out like this. And this is the first one that I got. I put all of my Ziplocs and everything here in the top of it. I have aluminum foil and all that fits in there, and then at the bottom I just have a couple extra teas and some plasticware. So I'll link these down below, but I got these both on Amazon as well as this turntable over here. So I'm going to start first by vacuuming out the bottom and then using this Bissell spin wave to clean off the floor before I put everything back in. So this spin wave does a really great job, and quite honestly, this is something that needed to get done for a little while anyways. So this has just given me a good point to say, you know what? It's time to clean the floors in the pantry. And I think after I get some more of these rolling bins, it'll be even easier to clean the floor because you can just roll them out and then clean the floor, and you don't have to worry about moving a bunch of items out of the way, so it should make it a little bit easier. So I got the floor all cleaned, and the biggest thing is to figure out what I want to use these two rolling racks for. Obviously, I already tried to dedicate this one to the Ziploc bags, to aluminum foil, and the long items like that, and then I think plasticware. And I do have space. There's room over here where I can get 2 of them. I think 3 would be a tight squeeze, but if I wanted to, I could fit a 3rd right here. So I'll try to put the dimensions of these down below if you're interested. So I could put, you know, like just a back stock of food and stuff like that. I wanted to put snacks that the kids could grab on this one. So I want to have at least 1 food and 1 kind of other. So I think I'm going to figure those out last. What I'm going to do next is take all of these different oils and vinegars and things like that that I have up here off of this canned good rack and clear out the back area here, so that way I can put the turntable back there and put all of these vinegars on that, so that way I can easily get those accommodated. And then this just turns so I can easily see everything. So you can see this fits perfectly back here in the corner, and I have room to spin it around. If I really like this idea, if it ends up working out, I may actually order a couple more of these in the 14-inch or maybe even in 1 size bigger, because I could put them up here in this corner and down in that corner if I wanted. So it really does kind of help open up some space, because this is what I do in my spice racks as well, because my spice rack is pretty narrow up in the cabinet, so it just allows you to see more things at one time. And then I can kind of group things together. I think being able to see what I have will be better too, because you can see I end up with a lot of doubles and things like that. So this will help me know what I have a little bit more, and I can easily just turn it around and see. So stuff I use the least, I can kind of stick to the center. And then if it's stuff that I use in cooking a lot, I can kind of keep it to the outside. And then I can easily see what we have. We've got extra dressing on there, and there's actually even some room to put some more things on there. This is amazing. I actually wish I would have done that before now. But anyhow, the net effect is it opened up a lot of space over here on this canned good area. So I do have a few canned good items that I did not have room before now to put over here. So what I can do is move all these canned good items over here and start filling these shelves. So having this back in this corner actually is working fantastic, and I can get to everything on this shelf, and it opened up this can storage area so I can fit a lot of things on that area. Then I also started organizing the shelves above, and I have all the canned goods here and some different meal options up here, spaghetti, there's different mac and cheese items right here, au gratin potatoes. We actually just buy, so I buy things in bulk even when things like this aren't going on. Like we just naturally buy like these giant things of peanut butter, and I always buy a couple of these Honest Kids juices ahead when I go to Costco. I was already stocked up on paper goods, so luckily I didn't get involved in that whole mess. I buy my paper towels and TP in bulk from Costco just generally, and then we stock up every couple of months. So I already had, luckily, a number of things like that on hand, and I had a pretty good can selection, but I did try to add to that a little bit. I think that this is going to be phase 1 of the pantry organization, and I already had all these clear containers in here to organize snacks, and these work quite well for us. So I think I'm just going to leave this how this is. I've got all their fruit snacks and fruit bars in there, different kind of snack pack things in here, chips and things like that over there. There's rice and potatoes back here. I did start picking up dried fruit, and I also keep my croutons back there. I haven't decided if a round thing will work on that level, but I do really love it for the items that stand upright like that. And then the only other thing I think is going to be phase 2 is I need to do something about these cereal boxes. So I want to try to find, cereal box organizers to kind of get rid of some of the cardboard over here. And then we can, if we typically buy the same things like Raisin Bran we buy, Honey Nut Chex we buy a lot of, Grape Nuts. So then I can actually just have one container and just refill that continually going on over there. And I really, really love these. These were a really great investment. I feel like these are going to work really well. And I mean, obviously, if you were making a lot of something, you could even roll it into the kitchen, which is nice too. So this has all of our storage items on it. I just put the kids' plastic containers for their lunches down in the bottom. And then on this one, I just put a little bit of extra food, but you can see like it's not even actually all the way full. Just got some bread items, some tea, some cereal, popcorn, and then just some extra odds and ends of food up in the top. Then I have the dog's food over there. That was the only thing I wasn't really sure where to put because I had the food over here on this side. So we'll kind of see where that ends up. We have some extra water back there. We already had extra water back there because we live in tornado country, so it's just a good thing to have on hand. And then I was just kind of able to clean this up and get a lot of the extra odds and ends out of the pantry that really didn't need to be in there. I also was able to clean out a lot of expired food, so this was a really great exercise in getting the pantry cleaned out and having, you know, unexpired food in there. Other than that, I kept these cups low, and these get used a ton by the kids, so I wanted to keep these at a height that they could reach. And also same thing, the snacks, I want to keep that at a height that they can reach. Penguin's food, I almost put, because I picked up, you know, extra treats and his biscuits and everything. I almost started to put that down in the bottom here, but it was driving him crazy because he was like standing here going, okay, cool, can you give me one? So I went ahead and put those back up here so they weren't just driving him crazy. And then we have extra cups and things like that that we use for traveling behind that, but these are the ones that typically get used more for like every day. And then up here in the top, this is items that don't get used, you know, super often. So that's why I just have all those plates and things stacked here. This is really more just if we're going to be having a party or having people over. So I guess those won't be being used very often right now. And then I just have some extra Kleenex and an extra can opener back there. We also have a manual one just in case. Some mixing bowls that I don't use super often, but I have them back there, just some extra treats and stuff up high. And then again, like I said in the beginning, all of their medicines and everything. So I think, I mean, this is definitely way better. I think this is getting there. So I was able to fit a lot more food in there. And absolutely the win of the day was these rolling racks. These are awesome. They were only $25, so I think well worth it. They seem like they're going to be pretty steady and hold up fairly well. And then the little turning table right there in the middle, absolutely fantastic. And I wish I would have even done it before now, but at least it's done now. So here's our pantry reorganization. Feel free to share any ideas that you have down below, because I know that everyone's kind of maybe in a position where we're having to store more things than we normally do, or we're having to reorganize. So if you have any tips that you want to share, please leave those down below. And we will be seeing you in some regular vlogs coming up very soon, because I now work at home. So we'll see you in vlogs soon, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.